Good morning. How's everyone doing?
Doing well. Thanks a lot for joining us. I'm guessing this is your first Belt Conference teleconference in Coastal Carolina's women's basketball history. Is that correct?
That is correct. It is my first time having a mid-season conference call, as well as. So yes, it is.
Awesome. Well, appreciate you joining us this morning. And before we get started with any questions, we're a couple games in the Sun Belt season, but your thoughts on the season so far, stretching back from non-conference play into your first couple of games in the Sun Belt.
Non-conference was okay to us. We finished non-conference 5-5. We put together a schedule we thought was challenging enough, but that would help prepare us for what we would see in Sun Belt play. And what a joy to be a part of such an amazing conference. That does not lack excitement, game in and game out for us. The competition tougher, the coaches are amazing, and our student athletes are growing every single day. So it's been a fun season so far.
And so you've now played 5 games in the Sun Belt. The Texas schools, you played Appalachian State and Little Rock and Arkansas State at home. A pretty tough stretch to open the year, but what are your thoughts on Sun Belt play in your first 5 games so far?
It is a defensive league. Everyone told us that it was, but there's nothing about nothing like it but experiencing it. It's just been really great, the level of competition that we've been able to go at day in and day out. There has not been one single game, and there won't be for the rest of the season, a game that you can walk in and feel confident about. We're prepping, and every game is like a national championship game to us, and it's just been a different experience, and we're just kind of taking it all in and preparing our student athletes the best as possible.
And speaking of defense, your team right now leads the Sun Belt in steals on the defensive side. What's been the key to your team getting that many steals and creating turnovers in that way?
I have probably the best staff in America, and I always brag on them a little bit. But we have great defensive coordinators, studying film, watching tendencies, scouting religiously, consistently. I don't know if anyone slept since we've come into season. And so, it's just a matter of studying and transferring the knowledge that we have to our student athletes. And, they've done a tremendous job. Our student athletes have done a tremendous job of buying into the concepts that we've given them. And for us, we've been blessed that it's shown up on the basketball court.
Well, you're coming off of back-to-back wins against Arkansas State and Appalachian State. Coming up next is our games against Georgia Southern and Georgia State. Can you preview those 2 games coming up this weekend?
Yeah, they both will be challenging games, as every game has been up until this point. They are teams that primarily love to zone, so it'll be a little different than what we faced in the first 5 games, but they're extremely athletic. They defend the ball really, really well, and so we're just going to kind of have to continue to stick with our principles, kind of take away some of their key players as best as we can, and look to score or take advantage of easy scoring opportunities.
And, Coach, one final question. We just had Coach Elderkin of Appalachian State on here, and the Sun Belt is partnering with the American Cancer Society to put on a initiative to support her in her fight against cancer. Your team actually hosts a Thursday night game during this initiative down in Conway. Your thoughts on really the initiative as a whole. We saw your thoughts as well in the video that was put together. But when you look at the initiative and Coach Elderkin, what are your thoughts on this as being a member of the Sun Belt and being the first year in the league?
Yeah, I've known Coach Elderkin for a while now, and she's an amazing woman and an extremely strong coach. And it's really awesome what Coach Z and the Sun Belt Conference has put together to support Coach through this time. Having had a student athlete, Jaida Williams, go through cancer and cancer treatments, and you understand how devastating it could be, but how courageous it is to watch them both come out on the other end through it. So it's just it hits home for us. It hits home for our student athletes, and we're glad to support Coach Elderkin in every single way that we can here at Coastal.
Well, Coach, I appreciate your time this morning, and welcome to the Sun Belt. I hope everyone here treats you well on your travels throughout our league, and best of luck the rest of the season. We'll see you in New Orleans.
Thank you so much.